Let's talk about AI prompts. Have you ever felt like you're just not getting what you want out of them? Well, it turns out there's one secret ingredient that can totally transform your results, and we're going to break it all down today.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You ask for something amazing, something specific, and what you get back is just meh. It's bland, it's generic, and it's definitely not what you had in your head. It's a super common problem, but the good news? It's totally fixable.
And here's the thing, the problem usually isn't the AI itself. Nope. The problem is that our instructions, our prompts, are missing one single crucial element that changes absolutely everything.
Okay, so let's dive right in. Before we get to the solution, we've got to understand the root of the issue, which I like to call the vague prompt problem.
Just look at this example. A prompt like write an email is basically a shot in the dark. The AI has no idea what you want, so it just gives you a super generic template. But what if you say you are an HR assistant, write a friendly follow-up email to a candidate? See that? All of a sudden, the AI has a personality, a tone, a purpose, and that little change makes a world of difference.
So what is this secret ingredient we've been building up to? It all comes down to one really powerful idea: context.
So what is context really? Well, put simply, it's all that extra information you feed the AI. It's the who it should be, the what it should do, and the for whom it's doing it. This is what guides it to the right answer.
You know, a great way to think about this is like you're giving a recipe to a chef. You wouldn't just walk in and say, make food, right? You'd give them the ingredients, the step-by-step instructions, and you'd probably tell them who they're cooking for. A great AI prompt works the exact same way.
And just like any good recipe, our context has 4 key ingredients. Get these right, and you're going to see a huge improvement in your results. Let's break them down.
This right here is your blueprint. First up, assign a role. Tell the AI to be a sports coach. That immediately puts it in the right mindset. You know, it taps into a certain kind of knowledge and a certain tone. Second, state the goal. What do you actually want it to do? Create a tip sheet is a clear, actionable task. Third, and this one is so important, define the audience. Writing for teenagers is going to be way different than writing for a boardroom of executives. And finally, set the limits. Little constraints like be brief and friendly. Give it guardrails for the format and style so the output is exactly what you need.
All right, let's see this whole recipe in action. A vague prompt like explain the steps of a job interview is just way too broad. But watch what happens when we add our ingredients. You are a recruiter. Break down an interview's key steps for a junior developer. Boom. Now we've got a role, a specific task, and an audience. The quality of that response is going to be light years ahead. And this framework isn't just for fun, general questions. This is a seriously powerful tool you can use in pretty much any professional field. Let's look at a few examples of context out in the wild.
I mean, you can see how this applies everywhere, right? For marketing, instead of asking for a generic social media post, you tell a digital marketing expert to write a Facebook hook for an eco-friendly product. For education, you can have a science teacher explain gravity to a 6th grader. In every single one of these cases, from health to business, giving the AI a role and a goal just focuses its response and makes it so much more useful.
So, as we start to wrap this up, the big takeaway here is that you now have a brand new framework. Seriously, think of this as your new prompt superpower.
From now on, think of the AI as your expert partner. The clearer and more detailed your instructions are, the more powerful and effective that partner is going to be. You're the director, and it delivers the performance.
So if you remember just one thing from all this, let it be this. Context is the key. It's your superpower. It's how you stop getting generic answers and start unlocking truly amazing results. So I guess the only question left is, now that you have this framework, what are you going to create with it? Go on, experiment, try out these 4 ingredients, and see for yourself just how big of a difference it makes. Happy prompting!